Highlight of the day was the Cobra Crude strategies. You can see Cobra Crude up 6,700 on the day, getting in on crude oil. Front month crude oil at 98.16. I did not trade these today. I am still in research mode right now, and massive gains though. I had developed this strategy in the Q4 of 2021 and called it Cobra Crude 2022, and we put it on NASDAQ, we put it on bonds, and it is at equity peaks in all three of these markets. Had some doubts whether this would play out that well in crude oil. It was working in NASDAQ, working in bonds, and as of February the 8th, it was right there. Things changed quickly in trading, and you can see that from February the 8th till March the 1st, just a massive move. It went from, had about a 55, it was at 55, 545, and now it's at 66. So about a $10,000 gain in the past few weeks. 67. This doesn't even include today's trade. This is the closed trade. So after this trade today, that'll be about 16, 17K of profit in the last 3 weeks based on the hypothetical signals that were developed in Q4. And once again, I was not trading this. So these are just hypothetical signals based on systems developed in Q4 of 2021. This is a strategy in our stock index 40 that's doing well, making equity peaks. It has a small profit target, so we'll never have a gain. You'll never see a huge gain in this strategy. The way it's currently set up with the profit target, you can see we have a market. The NASDAQ market just moves in wide ranges. It counter trends more than it trends, meaning that once it breaks down the lows, the bounces, if it's trending down, if it sells off, it breaks those lows by maybe 50 to 100 points, it might bounce 200 points. And so the bounces are greater than the trend separations, and so it's tricky to trade stock indexes sometimes the same way you can other markets or counter trend markets. Bonds, 30-year bonds, and I had seriously considered starting on a pullback. I did not, and so we were focused on stock indexes, but this strategy has gone from 56 up to 65 area, I guess 64, 9K gain, and so it's a brand new setup that was developed in Q4 2021 and is proving to do well. I would say that starting on another drawdown on some of these could be a good time to start some of these setups. So those are the highlights on the day. Let's look at the other commodity markets and the research for the stock index 40. The gains on the day for the micro stock index 40 is minus 1,100 on the day per micro, minus 11,000 per E-mini. So we're sitting around break even in the past month. We're in research mode for that reason. We're encountering a very, what I consider a new type of market environment with the number of reversals in a day based on these kind of point values and volatility and post-pandemic and potential World War III talks. And so the markets are, it's just kind of an unprecedented time period for our generation. I know that markets have done this, have done similar things in the past. And 100 years ago, there was the Spanish flu and World War I. The markets are, you can't really research day trade strategies from that time period, though, and apply them to today. Other crude oil strategies, minus 725 on our other Cobra Crude setup. Just the stop loss was just too tight on these. If you look at that, just too tight right there. Stopped out at a low as this market gets wild. Just like the NASDAQ, you need more than $700 stop losses. So these use $700 stop losses, just not big enough for this kind of market. No trades in natural gas or RBOB. Gold reversal, a small profit on this reversal. Short loss and then a long win as gold rallied last Friday and then sold off, and now it's rallying again. And Asia Gold 4 plus 1475, so some good signals on the gold trades. No silver, copper, no trade, zero currency. We're not trading that. Soybeans, we get some shorts, but soybeans is back up towards the 17 level once again. And so let's go over the micro strategies. I also just want to go over a general discussion of the market. This market just really is extremely volatile. It's extremely propped up, working really hard to make sure that This is a V bottom. This V bottom was supposed to be the V bottom according to the bulls, and it failed. And they are trying to make sure that it doesn't come anywhere close to this one and failing. I think it needs to, though. I don't think it's. I think these are unearned gains, and that this rally was spawned by for the wrong reasons. We've talked about before, for the wrong reasons, and I think it should roll over. But it may move higher from here. It may move higher depending on what happens. We trade it either way. We don't insist that the market do what we think it ought to do and trade that way, because that can be a losing game. We can see that in VSD. All of our losses, really our net losses, were in this strategy right here. And as part of our research, we are going to cut back on very active strategies like this, and especially very active overnight strategies. See, every trade was wrong. Every time there was more net selling increased, we got short, and it bounced every single time. You see 5 short trades. You also see 2 long trades. The long trades lost, and the short trades lost. We got net short selling there, it bounced. Net short, net selling there, it bounced. Net selling there, it bounced. And so these are 100, 150 point bounces off every time, and so it makes it challenging to trade that type of market. And EVP1 ended the day with a winner. The first trade was a loser. And let's look at Cobra 2022 plus 400 on that trade. Tick pulsing QV12 plus 964. Tick pullback minus 569. Those are based on 8 micro trade signals. Micro ES tick pullback minus 400. Adaptive moving average up on the day plus 330. Had a nice short signal. Reversed to the long side. It didn't go up until we got short, though, and then it rallied. Gap continuation, break even, 2 losers, 1 winner, or 2 winners, 1 loser. Night trader, one of our longer term strategies, was profitable on the day, capturing that big move up on the ES. You can see the nature of this market. Looks like it's going to go parabolic, then it sells off, and it's just a very choppy, propped up sell off. We continue to see this. Very hard for net selling to take place at certain times in the market, and so we're certainly seeing that now. Maybe it'll turn into a rally mode. We have strategies that will catch it either way. So let's look at the market internals, and VIX was up on the day 10%. So up on the VIX up 10%, and so the Nasdaq was down 200, S&P down 56, down over 1% on each, while the VIX was up 10%. So advanced decline line didn't even cross minus 1,000 today. The ticks, they diverged throughout the day, started narrow and got wider. And we have the State of the Union tonight. We have Chair Powell speaking tomorrow. We also have the Russia invasion of Ukraine going on still. So there's a lot of room for volatility in wild swinging markets, and we continue to remain in research mode and sharing the latest research results with you while we navigate these challenging markets. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.